give a warm welcome to Penda Diouf.
This is a reading of The Great She-Bear, or La Grande Ourse, and brought to us by the Babel Theater Project, directed by Annalise Cain, and with the participation of the incredible actors, I believe 11 of them, behind me, who will be reading from this play in just a moment. I have the privilege of introducing our esteemed Center of Excellence of the French Embassy at IU artist in residence, Penda Diouf, and to thank our sponsors. So the sponsorship for this reading tonight, and for you'll see there's already been one event, which was a playwriting workshop on Saturday, which apparently was very productive. There's also going to be a second reading by Penda of Tracks, another play, another published play that many of our students have been reading. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the Bridgewater's Lounge of Neil Marshall, so pretty much just below us right now. And the third event is going to be right here, same time, 7 o'clock Wednesday. We're going to be talking about poetics of the Black diaspora. Basically, we're going to have a conversation with Penda about what that means, and we're going to ask some questions. There's going to be some IU theater scholars who ask some questions. So for the sponsors, we have the Department of French and Italian, which is the Center of Excellence of the embassy, of the French Embassy. So the French Embassy is a sponsor. The Departments of Theater and Dance, because of my wonderful collaborator, Anna. The African American and African Diaspora Studies, the Department of African American and African Diaspora Studies. And then we had some really generous sponsorship from African Studies and, of course, the Babel Theater Project. I mentioned all the different upcoming events after tonight, but let me just tell you just a little bit more about Penda. She is author of theater works, but also opera works, and so libretti, and will soon also be coming out with a novel, 2026. Exciting! She has been associated with several theater spaces that maybe we are not as familiar with in the States. Her published plays, if you like what you hear and you want to read more, there are plenty of published plays: Piste, Suture, Noir comme l'or, Sœurs, Nos forêts ont aussi des épines, and La Grande Ourse, the one that we're going to hear tonight. And in terms of in English, she has been included in an anthology now. So there's an anthology that just came out called Contemporary Francophone African Plays, an Anthology, where the play she's going to read tomorrow figures. So you can pick that up as well. That one's from Bucknell University Press. Penda is already very awarded with awards that she's gotten in France and Germany. She has many translations, so I mentioned some of the English ones. And she has completed a number of writing residencies. She is also the winner of a Monde Nouveau grant, and was voted as a new theater talent just last year by the board of the French Society of Dramatic Authors and Composers. Now I finally know what SACD means. Society of Dramatic Authors and Composers. She has a very prosperous 24-25 season coming up, so we're very lucky to have gotten her before that takes off. I feel like very lucky, including 8 upcoming theater new creations, new productions. One that she'll be directing. Can you tell me which one that will be? Tracks. Oh, Tracks, which you can hear tomorrow. I just want to extend my biggest thanks to Penda Diouf, to my collaborator Anna, and to Annalise Cain and the actors of tonight. Is anyone here for the French club? Okay, just needed to check. I would be your point person if so. That's wonderful. So let's put our hands together for Penda Diouf and the great she-bear.
She-Bear by Penda Diouf. Translation by Naomi Obeng. To Dion. We revert to an animal form when we are excluded from human speech, either because we are not being listened to, or because our speech isn't deemed to have the quality of adult speech. Joanne Spar. The day sleep fled for good.
They found him hanged. Now isn't that tragic?
Pickup time at school. A well-dressed woman waits for her son. As he leaves the school, he runs straight into her arms.
Hey, my cute little cabbage. How are you? Did you have a good day?
Yes, Mommy.
So, you're not going to tell me about it? Do you have lots of homework?
What are we eating tonight?
Guess.
Is it something I like or something I don't like?
Something you love.
Pancakes.
Yes, my little cabbage.
Mommy, say you'll let me make them. Say. Take the ladle and go all around the pan, just like that. Say.
Say what?
Say yes.
Yes.
No, say yes for real.
They sit on a nearby bench.
Is Daddy at home? Why didn't he come to pick me up?
Because he had a work interview this afternoon. He's not back yet.
Oh, I forgot. He'll still come get me when he has work, won't he?
Yes. We'll alternate days. One day him, one day me. Monday,
Daddy.
Tuesday,
You.
Wednesday.
Daddy. Oh, no, I forgot. I don't have school Wednesday.
I hope it went all right. He hasn't called yet.
I gave him my lucky stone this morning.
And what about me? Don't I get anything?
There, a sweet.
No, that's lovely. You keep it. Where did you find a sweet anyway?
It's the teacher that gave them to us. 2. One for you and one for me.
Thank you, my little cabbage.
They each unwrap their sweet. The paper crinkles under their fingers. They eat their sweets in silence, savoring and appreciating them.
Mommy, are we going to the library? I want to look for a book. We have to talk about our favorite animals, and I want to talk about brown bears.
Oh, bears. Let's go quickly then, before it closes.
They get up and head off. One of the sweet wrappers is left on the ground. It glints in the sunlight. A living room. The father is tidying. The mother and son enter, both lively and in high spirits.
I won!
You got me this time, but next time I'll get you. I'll be the winner.
You don't eat enough sweets. That's why. Sweets actually make you run faster.
And pancakes, too.
And carrots,
No, carrots make you kind.
potatoes, broccoli, cabbage.
No, they all make you boring.
Is cabbage boring? But aren't you my cute little cabbage?
Yes, I am.
Come on, time for your bath. Then I'll untangle your hair and we'll make pancakes. So chop chop. Oh, I've aged. I haven't recovered from our race.
We find it hard to resist old ladies like you.
Oh, you are awful. Firstly, who's we?
We is me.
So you refer to yourself as we now, do you?
There are quite a few of us up in here.
You're properly mad. I've always known.
The father takes her in his arms.
I need some treatment, doctor.
Stop it. Now's not the time. So, how'd the interview go?
I thought you'd forgotten. Could have, easily. I could have forgotten too. Nothing reliable, nothing new, just old offers, precarious contracts, far from home,
Chin up. I'm sure it'll pay off in the end.
Today I was asked to explain in what way dressing myself up as a chicken for a restaurant in the city center constitutes a childhood dream. something I've dreamt of since I was very young. This job, yes, I was born for it. And although, up until now, I've not had an opportunity to dress up as a chicken, aside from a quite memorable fancy dress party at the student halls of an old girlfriend, I must admit that the prospect of finally pulling on a chicken costume fills me with such tremendous joy, a pride beyond words. Can you believe I'm going to be paid to dress up from Tuesday to Sunday?
What luck.
Carnival every day.
Careful though. Even Carnival has its shady areas.
What, like dressing up as a chicken doesn't already put me in deep shade?
I'm sure you'll find something better. It has to happen. Intelligent, competent, human?
The world is none of those things anymore. Soon your husband will be clucking.
You don't have talk already.
Well, what did you think? That's why they want me, for my way with words. My clucking during the interview conquered them. Cluck, 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 cluck. I mean, they could at least dress me up as a cockerel. A cockerel's dignified, it's proud, it watches over its hens.
Mm-hmm.
It's hen. It watches over its hen.
It watches over no one. It parades, it gorges, and it gets gobbled.
Speaking of, I'm sort of gone off to eating chicken now.
What about eggs?
Eggs, too. Eating my own children? You realize what you're asking me to do?
The doorbell rings. The little one rushes to open the door.
Aren't you meant to be in your bath, young man?
Are you expecting someone?
Absolutely not.
Who is it?
Police!
Darling, go to your room. Sir, how can we help you?
Hello! My apologies for disturbing you so late. I have a question to ask you. I would like to know if you recognize this sweet wrapper.
What? No.
Look closely, madam. Don't be so quick to answer. You can hold it. Go on. Look at it. So?
Is this a joke? I really don't see what you're getting at.
Yes, it's the sweet we ate before.
Ah, your son seems to have a much better memory than you do.
But I don't get it. What's so special about the sweet?
Sir, I'm going to ask you to be quiet. So, madam, do you recognize having eaten this sweet?
Yes, possibly. Yes, maybe.
In which case, why not put the wrapper in the bin?
What do you mean?
This wrapper was found under a bench 200 meters from the school which your son attends.
So,
You tell me. I'm all ears.
there's absolutely nothing to explain. My son had 2 sweets, he eats 1, and I ate 1 too. We have a little moment on the bench together. He must have thrown it on the ground without noticing. It happens. There you go. Actually, I'll go and put it in the bin right now.
Tut. Madam, that is a piece of evidence. Please return the wrapper.
This is absolutely absurd. Darling, you'll be more careful next time. Policemen clearly have nothing to do, so they visit your house at 7 p.m. because a sweet wrapper isn't in a bin. And it's awkward for everyone. The policemen, us.
But no, Mommy, it's not me.
All right, that's enough now. You made a mistake. It's nothing serious. These things happen. Now we're going to let Mr. Policeman go home, since I'm sure he must have a family also waiting for him to make pancakes.
No, Mommy, it's not me. My wrapper is in my pocket. It's not me that dropped it.
He takes the sweet wrapper from his pocket.
All right, doesn't matter. Maybe it was me. These things happen.
This situation is far more serious than I thought. So you don't acknowledge the facts.
Shit, no. I don't acknowledge anything at all. It's 7 o'clock. My son is waiting to have his bath and to eat his bloody pancakes. His favorite meal. We were building up to eating them as a family and celebrating my husband's new job as a bloody yardbird, and you come to piss us off for a sweet wrapper that fell. I don't acknowledge anything at all. I haven't done anything wrong.
It's not up to you to decide what is right and wrong. There are laws for that. Are you becoming a policeman, sir?
No, just a mascot for a food place.
So this wrapper,
Sir, it would appear that the wrapper wasn't thrown in the bin, but the person responsible has been found, so I think we can end it there, can't we?
Madam, not only have you thrown a sweet wrapper on the ground when it is forbidden by law, but you also did not acknowledge the facts, and you have accused your son. Unfortunately for you, you were filmed.
He hands over a tablet computer on which the scene replays. They're both seated, they eat their sweets, they get up and head off. One of the sweet wrappers falls and glints in the sunlight.
Here's your notice to appear in court.
But she didn't throw the paper. It fell on the ground on its own. That's not the same thing. She had no intention of littering.
Regardless of the intention, it fell on the ground. The paper was indeed found on the ground. And then to accuse her own son, madam, that does you no favors.
I forbid you.
Forbid. Nothing is forbidden for the law, madam. We'll see you soon to take your statement and then in court.
Mommy, why did you say it was meted through the wrapper?
An empty office, bare walls.
Let's start from the beginning, madam. Your son gives you the sweet. And what happens next?
I eat it.
What flavor was the sweet? Strawberry? Lemon?
Frankly, I don't remember.
Make an effort. It's important for us to know. Recall the sweet. Was it hard or soft?
Soft.
Good. We're getting somewhere. So it was soft, like a soft toy. Regressive. Flesh it out.
I chewed. We watched people pass by for a bit. And my son wanted to go to the library, so we got up and left.
You're going too fast first, madam. Let's return to the sweet. After you've eaten it, you didn't think about the wrapper.
No.
So, I'll recap. You're given a sweet. Could have been a pen that you were given. Some lovely present wrapped in paper, prepared with care. You unwrap the present, you open it, you savor it, and you do not concern yourself with the wrapper. That is to say, you leave the wrapper, the lovely, shiny wrapper behind.
No, not at all. I just forgot. It happens. Everyone makes mistakes, don't they?
You see, it's like if I, on a beautiful summer's day, was brought as a gilded gift from the gods a fresh, delicious beer. Listen, I say thank you. I pop off the lid with my teeth because I haven't brought a beer bottle because I wasn't expecting to be brought a beer. And let me tell you, this beer, it goes down like a treat. It's hot outside. I'm sweating a bit. I've got a fair complexion, so the sun always doesn't always agree with me. So the sun is beating down, and I'm downing my beer, and there's this light breeze lifting. It feels so good. And it's chilled, and it runs down the throat. It just refreshes the whole body. So I watch people go by, I drink, I daydream. I'm also prone to daydreaming ever since I was a kid. I finish my beer, I get up and I leave. What would you think of me?
That you left rubbish lying around and that you're a horrible slob.
Madam, in good faith, you're on your way home from school with your son. You're tired. You sit on a bench, both of you, to watch the world go by, life unfold, philosophize, feel the wind on your face, drying the sweat on your brow, and then you come across my corpse. Not my body, deceased, the corpse of my bottle, my beer bottle that I left. I negligently left behind, expecting some good Samaritan to throw it in the bin for me, and never mention it because I'm too proud to do it myself. Too busy to even think of doing it. My mistakes are always put by someone else anyway. Oh, darling, look, another horrible slob who's left their bottle on the bench without putting it in the bin. What would you have taken me for? Another homeless person? A vagrant? A guy who stinks? A guy who doesn't care of himself and others? Some egomaniac who expects everything done for him? Some badly raised, ill-mannered oaf? What would you think
know.
of me? Yeah, that I pollute every place I pass through.
I don't know.
That it's criminal not to think of others' well-being. To leave a place filthy when you found it clean? That's not how it should be. You do the crime, you do the time.
You do the crime, do the time.
What kind of impression are you giving of yourself, madam, and in front of your son? What example are you setting for him? What image must he have of you now? Surely not of a mother without flaws.
Do the crime, do the time.
There it is, madam. Putting your head in your hands. Well, you should have thought about that before you let that sweet wrapper, symbol of your rampant consumerism, fall to the ground without ever thinking to pick it up. And then, I feel ashamed on your behalf, madam.
Do the crime, do the time.
You were filmed. Filmed as the crime in question occurred. You cannot deny it. Your image is etched into the memory of this tablet. There you are. That's technology. You, in the light beige raincoat, coming home from work, a few beads of sweat on your brow. Your son by your side, handing you a sweet, his coiled hair caressing your delicate neck. We see your face, soft, deep in thought. We see your mouth, slowly chewing the sweet, savoring the taste, that shape that fits perfectly in a child's mouth. I wonder about the people who invented that. It's clever. They fit perfectly in a child's mouth. Pretty neat, huh? You're frowning there. Look. And what's your eye saying? It looks weary, tired. This eye is present with your son, alert, on the lookout. But it's this one here that interests me. Because this one has taken the lead, the tired and weary eye, the careless wandering eye that wants to close so it no longer sees, so it shuns its responsibilities. It's an apt expression. She closed her eyes to it. Yes, you were ready to close your eyes to your own delinquency. You stood up and you left.
Do the crime, do the time.
The wrapper, it stayed on the ground. And your likeness on the tape. Your raincoat, your mouth, your eyes, the eyes that betrayed you. The police come across it. Investigation isn't long. 2 hours later, we found you at home with your family, your husband, the son in question. The right eye still alert, on the lookout, a little worried. The left, tired, cowardly, traitor, prepared to sacrifice its dignity for a bit of rest.
Do the crime, do the time.
He must have thrown it on the ground without noticing. There you go. Darling, you'll be more careful next time to your own innocent son. Can you imagine?
I was careless. I shouldn't have, sure. I thought he'd done it, but it was me. I accept that and I apologize.
He's the one you should be apologizing to. All I've done is remind you of the facts.
They're serious.
You asked if you did it, and you were asked if you did it, and you accuse your son. Straight away.
You said it yourself. I was tired. I don't know. It was a reflex.
We've arrived at last. Well done for your sincerity. Madam, we have proof. And as a reflex, automatic self-preservation, you immediately deflect, all pointing fingers saying, it's not me, it's him being, on this occasion, your own son. Is this how your parents raised you? If you're caught, or if someone accuses you of something, by reflex, you accuse someone else instead. It would be their word against, it would be your word against theirs, and against a 7-year-old boy, should have been a walk in the park. Thankfully, we have the camera. Thankfully, your son was attentive and contradicted you immediately.
You were right. I was tired. I shouldn't have.
So, do you think everyone who's tired goes around accusing innocent people willy-nilly? You know that 10% of those currently imprisoned might be innocent? having been wrongly accused? How many do you think? How many were accused by someone like you? The left eye that's ready to give in. Answer. How many? How many? How many?
I have no idea.
A number. I want a number. How many? How many left eyes against rights? How many tired people have sent innocent people to prison? To a life reduced to nothing. A void alone. How many like you?
Stop this!
No. I will not stop this. Because you might have sent other innocent people to prison thanks to your negligence. Your tired left eye. How many?
I don't know.
100%, madam. 100% of all miscarriages of justice are the fault of people like you. Lives destroyed by your errors. It could have been your son this time, but surely you've impacted upon others too, and that we will not stand for. You hear me? Injustice is intolerable. I could not call myself an enforcer of the law if I were to let any single instance of injustice take place under my watch.
Do the crime, do the time.
Is it true that Mommy wanted me to go to prison?
Hey, what are you talking about? Never in a million years. You will never go to prison, and never in a million years would Mommy want you to go. Who told you that?
It's the policeman told me that Mommy wanted me to go to prison.
You know, policemen don't always tell the truth. They do their jobs, but they're human. And humans do silly things. All humans. It's the way of the world. They do silly things, serious things sometimes. Ask Adama's family or Theo's.
I don't want to go to prison.
But you won't, son. Prison's only for people who do very, very silly things.
And Mommy, did she do a very, very silly thing?
No. Mommy won't go to prison either. She did a tiny silly thing. But everyone does. You, me, everyone. It's not a big deal. The important thing is to acknowledge your mistakes.
And so why did Mommy say it was me that did the silly thing?
The same office at the police station.
Prison does nothing for these kinds of miscreants. No use filling prisons with them. For one, there's not enough room. They are offenders out of tiredness, through weakness. Those cowards. Prison is not for them. It would kill them and break them into a million pieces.
The judge, what sentence will she give you, reckon?
Humiliation.
A cell.
The heart's beating. That's something. I'm not dead. I didn't die of shame. I didn't die of fear. I'm not dead of dread. That's a start. I can still count. 1, 2, 3. I've not lost my mind. That's a start. I breathe in. Hard. It hurts. Obstructed. Blocked. Oppressed. But a thin stream gets through. A stream that which I breathe out. Here. Now. Right now. Here and now. That's a start. I'm here. Here and now. That's something. I'm here. They made me cry. They intimidated me. They wounded me. Struck me with questions. Struck me with interrogation. Struck me with answers that I did not give. Struck me with decrees. Struck me with laws. Struck me with humiliations. Struck me with power play. Struck me with silence. Struck with distress. They didn't kill me. I am here. They didn't kill me. They didn't kill me. They didn't kill me.
The day the eyes stayed open for good.
You all know the man who lives in this house. You all know him. He's not dead. No. God bless him. He's very much alive. His great-great-grandparents lived. They're dead. His grandparents lived. They're dead. His parents lived. They're dead. But he is very much alive. Alive enough to have shoplifted from the supermarket. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this man stole. Did this man steal because he's been unemployed for a long time and he needs to feed his kids? No. He doesn't have a kid. He's not even unemployed. Did this man steal because he's in debt and he's unable to pay his rent and he runs the risk of being evicted in the middle of the winter? No. He is the owner of the lovely townhouse you see there. And it's spring. Did this man steal because he's Robin Hood? No. This man is a stingy cheapskate. He only thinks of himself. He has no concern for anyone but his happiness. He only considers his own happiness. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. Has this man known war, maybe? Does he need everything near him to hand ready? Oil, pasta, broken rice, some spicy sauce? The basic necessities in case war returns to trouble his rich man life. Is he afflicted by some syndrome linked to war? Is this man a veteran? What do you think? Did he fake madness to be declared unfit for service? This man has no excuse. He is so rich and has so few troubles that he steals for pleasure, for the adrenaline rush. He's bored by his day-to-day rich man with no family life. He has some hobbies, some friends, but at some point, no matter how rich you are, you become bored. You yearn to feel your heartbeat palpitate. Boom, 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 boom. You enter this shop looking presentable, classy, in your designer shoes. You look left, right? Without noticing the small CCTV camera hidden on the gondola shelving unit. You look left, you look right, just like when you were learning to cross the road. And yes, it feels like some kind of initiation rite. You take packets of pasta. There, spaghetti. There, number 5, the super thin ones. They slip into your pocket. You are already thinking about cooking al dente. Pleased with yourself. Boom, 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 boom. There the security guard stops you. Tucha, his name is. You act all offended. How dare you? Do you know who I am? You protest. You say you were going to pay. You say you've got the money. You even promise Tucha heaven and earth. And those who hired Tucha and the police. You've been recorded. There in the box. Justice has caught up with you. Justice has judged you. Justice has condemned you. You can't leave your house now. You live alone in your golden house. In that house there. And that's where I come in. I am the augury bird, forewarning misery. I tell tales of misadventure. I don't come for marriages, for births, for baptisms, for joyful moments. No, not those. Those don't pay anymore. In the business, they say I'm a vulture. I'm here to harass those who are down, those who have wronged, those whom justice has punished. So, if you see me, that's not a good sign. People avoid me like the plague. Apparently, I carry misery. Am I carrying misery? No. Yellatary. Look, all I am carrying are the beautiful clothes on my back. I don't carry misery. No. I guide misery, like leading a blind man. I show misery the way. I say, go on, go on, go in. There, Nora.
They say that women like men who wear glasses. They say that women are dangerous drivers.
They say that women are no good at maths. They say that women like chatting too much. They say that women like money too much.
They say that women like to go shopping.
They say that women are
After a rich husband.
They say that women have a maternal instinct. They say that women are jealous of each other.
They say that women have a natural gift for domestic chores.
They say that black women like whites. They say that black women smell funny.
Must be the Chore.
They say that black women like sex.
They say that black women are hot.
They say that black women are after papers.
They say that black women with fine features are beautiful.
They say that black women have been cut.
They say that black women with lighter skin are beautiful.
They say that black women with curves, but not too many, are beautiful.
They say that black women are good at caring for children. Their own stayed back in their country.
They long for home.
They say that Arab women are mistreated by men.
They say that Arab women are Muslims and therefore will become terrorists.
They say that Asian women are submissive.
They say that Asian women are geishas.
They say that.
They say that.
Just like that. I'm not allowed to go outside anymore, eh? That's the judge's ruling. I'm to stay home. Wait. Recuperate. Repent. Atone. What am I going to do on my own like this at home? It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Except my eyes are wide open. Why can no one hear me when I speak? Why is it night inside of my head? What's that drum? Soft thrum? That knocks, that pounds? Is it my own heart I'm hearing? Is it that what's trying to leap from my chest? That's thumping? Something knocking. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 pounding in my veins. It's pounding on my temples. It's pounding in my chest. My whole body pounding. My whole body vibrating, fighting, wrestling, revolting. It's revolution that's knocking. It's my instincts asking to be let out. Not now. Not yet. Shh. Settle. Now's not the time. Please settle down. Things are too hard for me right now. Don't come out now. You're frightening. Let me be. Let me be.
Love, are you all right? What's up with you?
What? Yes, everything is fine.
Are you sure? You look out of sorts. Everything we've been through, it's hard, I understand. Should I make you a cup of tea? Love, can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying? You're worrying me now.
No. I promise. I'm fine.
You've got a funny look. Almost like you're gone from yourself.
I thought I was here, awake. But no. I must have fallen asleep. All is well. What time is it?
4:30 p.m.?
Yes, all is well. I slept. I'm always a bit groggy after a nap.
Do you want me to call a doctor?
No, I promise. I'm fine.
What can I do for you?
Do you have a way to stop all of this?
I dream about it every day.
Dreams are made to be fulfilled.
He takes her in his arms, tears.
So, this woman who lives here, I can't help but feel sorry for her. Jason. It's true, after all, she did nothing wrong. Anyone can drop a wrapper. At least they could. Her case set a legal precedent. They even named it after her. She became famous in a way. The case of the sweet wrapper. Now, people are very careful. A sweet wrapper, a kebab, a portion of chips, churros, candy floss. Every time you spot the camera. No letting them catch you now. Once you've spotted the camera, you can eat in peace, even savor your food risk-free. And once you finish your meager meal, you look the camera right in the eye and you make a song and dance out of throwing your wrapper in the bin. It's like getting your driver's license. It's not enough to have understood how to drive. You also have to show that you are very aware of what you're being asked to do. I'm behind the wheel. I'm taking a good look in my rearview mirror to show the examiner that I've understood what they are expecting of me. Well, this is the same. But what actually sent her inside, the poor woman, was really that she accused her son. No ifs, no buts. She said it was him, even though the poor little one had nothing to do with it. If she had known, I think she would have thought twice. But sometimes tiredness, a less vigilant left eye, lets itself go, the evil eye. And there you are. Tragedy descends, rings the doorbell, and whisks away all serenity. Stops you from sleeping, from closing your eyes. It's like torture. And here I am. I am paid to guide the misery, because misery is what I am. It's what I do. I must bring misery to this poor woman, to her door. I have to, because it's my job. A bad news specialist. So, misery, I guide you to this door. This, from now on, is your new home.
Today I saw the sun set and rise in one same circular movement. I was waiting patiently for sleep that did not come. Sleep has been fleeing from me, escaping me, vanishing. Sometimes I feel like I've caught it. So I clutch it tight with all my strength. I want to keep a hold of it. Stay with me a while. Stay. Let it comfort me. Keep me company. Let it lie down on the bed with me. Let it offer me its hand. Let it rock me like a child, like my little one who is gone.
I start today at the supermarket for the chickens.
Boom, 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 for the whole scene.
Can you hear it? It's calling me. All night it's called me. It's my heart wanting me to come alive. It's my heart ordering me to no longer be silent. When it summons me this way, I travel. I walk through walls. I'm floating. I weave around the neighboring houses. I take the road. I am faster than the cars, buses, and trains. I am swift like lightning. My speed is incredible. And I'm not scared. I go beyond the city center, across the fields, but I don't stop there. Not yet. I arrive at the forest, the fringe of the forest, and there I come to a halt.
I won't finish too late. Do you need me to bring you back anything?
Boom, 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 boom.
This is the epicenter. This is where everything begins. I wait, alert. My senses heightened. I feel the energy of the forest. The wind whispers past my ears, urging me to follow it. The crow settles on my shoulder and tells me secrets. It tells me the story of the world. It speaks of my birth and my death as one same single moment. One same single moment. The tree calls me brother and asks where are my roots. But my roots, they are here and there. Must we be anchored in only one place?
Where are you anchored? Through where did you enter this world? You can't have forgotten. Search, search, embrace where you come from, embrace who you are. Don't be afraid. I'm here to guide you, to show you the path to yourself, your true nature, your life force, your breath. Boom, 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 boom. See how your body vibrates. Look at your energy. It's speaking to you. Let it fill you and let it guide you. It's dazzling.
Don't worry. It's all gonna work out, I promise you. I need to go before I'll be late. I prepared some things for lunch. At least eat a little.
I can see the world from here. Here, I am the world.
This place is your lung. See how you can breathe. No anguish, no sadness. You are so much stronger than all of this. You are far more ancient than all of this. You are the arable soil of which man was nourished. You are the pebble on the beach, witness to all evolution. You are the fount of life itself. You are the primeval algae upon which the fish fed. You are the lava. You are the volcano. You are the root anchored down deep, never to see the sky. You are the baobab that kisses the soil of its continent. You are the sequoia treetop, and you rest your soft cheek amongst the stars. You are from here and from there. You are the foam on the tide, the sea and its swirls. You are the wind. You are the everything.
So I had this dream. A deep, ancient dream. Coming from far away, maybe my great-grandmother dreamt this dream. She was afraid of it, and she fled without a word, leaving it in a small corner of her mind, there, level with her temples. So it passed down to my grandmother, who had the same dream. She never fulfilled it. She was afraid of it. She got scared. She ran. She saved herself. But she still passed it down to my mother, because she too had this very same dream. But she never fulfilled it. She kept it inside her, in her womb, not far from her womb. That dream, she kept for me, so I could fulfill it. This dream is a gift from afar, from the daydreams of infancy, from an elemental memory. And the dream is here, knocking in my head, against my temples, knocking in my stomach, tight in my womb. It knocks at my wrist like invisible stigmata. It wants to get out, to be accomplished in me. In me.
They say that. They say that this woman prioritized her career.
That's why she only has one child.
They also say that she had the child late.
She was too attached to her money.
Them? You should avoid them like the plague. It's through them that misery spreads.
They say that her husband has erectile issues.
That's why the son is an only child. They say that this woman here is the one who brings home the money.
They say that it's the husband who stays home to look after the child and make the food.
They even say that he wears a pink apron.
Have you heard? A pink apron. The world's turned upside down.
They say that her husband
There
is not a real man.
They say that his marriage is a cover.
They say that he's actually is he one?
Yes, he is one.
They say that he's been seen in places where men meet.
What are you even doing here? Why all this gossiping in front of the house?
We were told to pull up here.
To watch what happens inside.
And to comment.
But who told you to?
We are here to carry out justice. The judge orders, and we execute.
Go home.
No.
We're to spend the day here.
Watching everything that happens inside.
Through the window.
When the door opens.
Through the keyhole.
We are the judge's eyes.
Checking that everything is going well.
That she's not doing anything wrong.
Not doing anything untoward.
We are the tongues of the town.
We are one and
thousands
at once.
We comment.
Spread rumors.
Set the record straight.
Nonsense. You're only gossiping. You only gossip and blather.
You have a short memory.
You're the one who said that you guide misery into people's homes.
Remember?
Go on.
Go in.
There you are.
Well, here we are.
So let us work.
We'll spend our time watching.
Perched in front of the window.
Like we're watching television.
We are the watchers.
Seeing is our job.
We will observe her life, her privacy.
We will train our eyes on her gestures.
Her approach.
Her posture.
We will see everything.
Everything.
Even clothed.
To us.
She will be naked.
Stark naked.
To hell with modesty.
They say that she wears lovely red underwear to awaken her man's libido, and that she wears it around the house.
They say that on several occasions her husband has been seen with other men.
We peer through the cracks.
She'll no longer see the light.
We will fill every single hole. She won't be able to breathe. They say that they have encounters with multiple partners. They say that the woman who lives here, they say that...
Vipers' tongues.
I'm already gone. I hear the drum and its slow rhythm rising inside me. Boom, 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 boom. I close my eyes and I see the secret. There. Facing me, I am at the forest's fringe. The crow is on my shoulder and he tells me secrets. He tells me of my life force. He tells me of my strength. He tells me of my courage. He speaks of my ancestors. He speaks of my lineage. He speaks of my descendants. I am here and now. I enter the forest. He accompanies me. He calls at my ear. Birds follow me. Rabbits are startled. The marmots hide. The forest is alert, awaiting, afraid. A ceaseless din surrounds me. The tree branches snag me, holding me back. I hear the wolves. The branches tear my clothes. They cut my skin. A fox comes to sniff my hand. Beads of blood drop, but I feel no more. I am the tracks of a wild boar. On my hands and knees I sniff. Nose to the ground. I feel reeled in. Caught. I scratch the soil like hogs do, burrowing in. There's moss under my nails. There's lichen on my feet. My skin is burnished. My skin is toughened. I slip into mystery. Wide eyes open. Senses bristling. I smell the decomposing soil. I smell the fields. I smell the earth, damp. I feel the wind. He calls in my ear. Further, he says, further, further, further. Forest. And there, I feel whole. I feel strong. I walk for long, full hours across the immense forest. And there I see him, upright. He awaits me, mutunus tutunus. The crow warns me, mutunus tutunus, I repeat in silence. Mutunus tutunus. I cry out, he approaches me, between his legs his penis outsides, but I am not afraid. I lie down in the moss. I have hairs on my chin, I have hairs on my legs, I have hairs under my arms, I have pubic hair, I have hair everywhere. I'm lying down, folded like a fetus. I ask myself no questions. He approaches, crouches before me, and licks me. He licks me. Licks me with his coarse tongue. He licks me all over, everywhere. This lasts for hours. Hours of kneading, modeling by a tongue. Like a second skin, he's sculpting me. He's making me a new placenta of saliva and sweat. I am a baby bear. I am born into life. I am born into life.
The day she became a bear.
Love, do you want some herbal tea?
With honey. Herbal tea with honey.
I miss him.
I miss him too. But he's better off with your parents in the meantime, while things settle. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not you. It just tipped over. It tipped. But we'll put all of our effort into restoring the balance to get back to our old life.
No point. It'll be something else now, not like it was before.
I wanted to tell you.
Yes?
Everything that they're saying outside about us, about me.
We don't have to.
Yes, I want to. We have to talk. You've never spoken about it. You live it every day, night and day. For me, it's only when I get home. How do you do it? Because I can't take it anymore.
I'm sorry we've had to live through this.
No, leaving some scrap paper on the ground, I could have done that too. Smoking a joint of an evening, that could have been me. The rumors of adultery with men, that could have been me too. But I know I never would have shouldered it as well as you, with detachment, distance, serenity, peace even sometimes. How do you do it? I've never seen you so fierce, so luminous. You glow, not like a firefly. You glow with a dark light, lunar and ancestral light, like those ancient mollusks that carpet the oceans. You watch, you listen, you move slowly. All that to say you scare me a little. I don't know where you've found this strength or what you're capable of. It's like your eyes are dry.
I've run out of tears.
It's like you have no more tenderness.
They took it from me the day my son left.
It's like you have no more empathy.
What for? Other than with those closest to me. It's survival of the fittest.
It's like your heart is turned to stone.
Stone is still living. It holds memory.
I have a force before me. A raw force. Matter. Energy. A muffled pulse.
Boom, 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 boom.
I hear it too. It's calling me. But it scares me. I don't want to answer. You hear me? I'm not like you. I'm only good for dressing up as a chicken to earn money.
Boom, 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 boom.
Can you stop that? It's driving me mad.
That's not within my power.
It's like you've lost all humanity.
I've become wild again.
That day, after their conversation, they no longer spoke to each other. They slept in separate rooms, him on the bed in soft, silky sheets, sheets that she had brought a long time ago, in the happy times. Her, she sleeps right on the floor, on the cold tiles.
They say that in the evening she wears fur
fur from head to toe.
They say that the fur keeps her warm so that she doesn't feel the cold tiled floor.
She doesn't feel the cold house.
She doesn't feel the cold between her and her husband.
They say that at night a crow comes to visit her. They say that they converse by moonlight. They say that they speak and that they understand each other. They say...
Stop! Enough! I can't take it anymore. Enough. Enough.
They say that he's gone mad.
I am descended from a long line of Griot storytellers. I am living memory, a library that was never burned, a human treasure trove. Because if I die, who will know the story? Who will know their own history? Who would be able to tell a newborn who its parents were, its grandparents, great-grandparents, ancestors? Who would tell it that it's descended from a great lineage, that its great-great-uncle fought against colonization, that he was a hero, that he was noble, of noble disposition, that he was devoted and a fighter? Who would tell it that the village where he was chief long resisted white exploitation? Who would tell it that its grandmother's youngest sister, same father, same mother, was the country's very first merchant? Who would tell of all the rich fabrics she sewed, vibrant colors, colorful cloth, cloth for birth, cloth for the first periods, cloth for weddings, cloth for lost virginity, for circumcisions? Who would tell the child that the cloth was worn in neighboring houses, then in the local area, then in the village, and that her beautiful colors made it to the town, and beyond the borders, beyond the river, beyond the desert? What dignitary didn't wear her cloth? But who would know? Kayala. My ancestors recounted the highest achievements, highlighted virtue, honored the heroes. Today all I do is blabber, speak ill, and make light of heavy things. I've renounced my heritage. People aren't interested in the good anymore. And I'm not Yusa. There's only one of him. It's the bad that holds people's attention, the pitiful anecdotes, the malicious gossip, the things we hide, what we are ashamed of. I'm the one who reveals it all, exposes it to the stark light of day. Skeletons, everyone's got them in their closets. I'm not proud. I've forsaken the heroes. I too have been led astray by my desire to make a profit. Supply and demand. But there's still time. There's still time.
They say that a crow comes to the window every night like a serenading lover.
They say that the woman invites it in sometimes, while her husband sleeps in the room next door.
They say that they're lovers, They say that the husband no longer sleeps. He spends his time crying.
They say the husband no longer speaks.
He spends his time clucking.
What a funny old zoo.
Say something. You don't talk to me anymore.
It's true what they're saying outside. I'm a coward. You've always been stronger than me. While you were working hard, I was at home. Oh, I did my share of the hustling, sure, but when I see other people, I feel like I've missed a trick.
Has that ever caused any disagreement between us? Didn't I encourage you in what you want to do? Backed your decisions?
Yes, but that's the thing. You did it too much. It's like I'm under supervision, like I'm still a delayed teenager, all unsure.
Do you think I could have coped without you there for me? Everything we have, we built it together as best we could. Why would you put yourself down like that?
You're so much stronger than me. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. Sorry. I'm sorry. They're right, I didn't step up.
The mother takes him in her arms and rocks him like a little boy.
Remember our first years together? Who made it so that I didn't need to work while I was studying? I didn't have to do anything, only focus on lectures and my exams. Do you realize how much luxury you gave me? You worked for both of us. You shopped, you cooked, you cleaned. I didn't take care of any of that. I remember all the times you massaged my wrist after a long day of writing. You massaged my wrist. And not even counting all the times you painted my nails.
I loved that. Putting varnish on, toenails, fingernails. You were so busy that you were always sabotaging my work.
I loved all those moments. All of them. Without exception. Don't get drawn into their game. They want to knock you off balance, to destroy our family. We're stronger than them. Don't worry. It'll be all right.
I still hear the pounding. The drum. Boom, 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 boom.
That's my heart beating. For you.
It's like an invitation.
So go on. I went there, and I came back stronger, more solid. I'd been uprooted and replanted my roots. They're strongly anchored now, here, now. Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
I can't. Fear has me fixed. I'm shaking. Look, I'm shaking. Your glow, I can't stand it. I can't go there. I'm not strong enough.
I saw the center of the earth. I scratched underneath, in the forest, dug a tunnel. Followed a family of marmots. I was covered in soil, nose, mouth, ears, all blocked. But I breathed so easily.
I don't want to know what happened over there.
I faced my fears. I dug under the oak for a long, long time. I saw the base of my roots, and my God, it was expansive. You should have seen. Stretching from the four corners of the earth to land here. The crow encouraged me. Go on. Go on further, further. You're not far from your truth. You will discover what you are. Your shell will be reshaped. Do not be afraid of it. I had no more nails, only claws. Wolf arrived. He howled at the moon as if his tail was on fire. I followed him through the forest on 2 legs, then 4, and the unicorn. I rode it. We were up high, high up in the sky. I touched the moon's halo. She transferred her mystery to me. I saw our son. Since then, I visit him every night. I ask him to forgive me for accusing him. He forgave me.
You saw him? You really saw him?
Yes. Every night I go to tuck him in, like before. Every night I tell him a story. Do you remember his favorite book? Luke the Hare? Come with me. Come with me into the forest. You can see him again too. Hold him in your arms. Tell him you love him.
You're scaring me. This is scaring me.
Come to me. I'll guide you. I know the secrets.
Don't give up. Go with her. Go, both of you. There's still time. Go.
I can't.
They say he has problems with his virility.
A man refusing his woman like that?
Has it ever been seen? Isn't she beautiful?
Look, she's there, naked.
Her dark skin glows and shimmers. Her back is muscular.
She bucks.
They say that she still took his manliness into her hands.
They say he's frightened.
That he cries.
They say that she rides him like she rode the unicorn.
They say that he lets out a strong, powerful animal cry.
They stayed like that together all night, lying against each other. They said, I love you. That hadn't happened in a very long time. That night they rebuilt something of their partnership, an elemental intimacy, Awa and Adama. They simply found each other anew.
So, are you coming with me? Boom, 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 boom. The windows have opened for you.
No, it's dangerous over there. If I go, I'll never come back.
You'll come back other.
I remember. It was hot. It was the summer I turned 17. Not long before we met, I went to the beach to swim. I swim like a fish, you know that. I swam far, very far, and I felt something soft catch me. A light that was blinking down deep, like a siren song. And I was the one it was calling for, me. It was the same kind of pulsating call, silent. Boom, 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 boom. I dived down. The water was dark. I slipped through to find the light, and I was hypnotized. And I felt a thickness, like viscous syrup, like treacle. I felt trapped in this thick liquid. I couldn't move. A fetus in formaldehyde. Fixed. I couldn't breathe. Like a statue fallen head first and frozen mid-fall by some divine intervention. I drowned. I woke up in the hospital hours later. That memory still smothers me. I'm too scared.
What are you telling me? Spell it out. Talk to me. I can't understand you anymore.
They say he no longer talks, but he clucks non-stop.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
Chicken noises tumble out of his throat. No more human sounds.
Cluck, 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 cluck. He could have picked a more dignified animal.
They say he's a chicken waiting to be roasted. They say he's a chicken waiting to be chomped.
They say that the whole town is hungry for chicken. What do you fancy?
Poulet de jet.
Roast chicken.
Braised chicken?
Come. I can still save you. Come with me, please. I can't lose you too. Don't stay here in this in-between. Come.
From now on, they no longer understand each other. They no longer speak the same tongue. He went mad in his own way. Runs in the family. It would seem that his uncle also exiled, sometimes asks his wife to lock him in a cupboard because he sees lions waiting to pounce on him. And the two cousins, the twins, who spend their time tied up in the playground lest they run through the streets naked, their bodies flailing, begging, at best being mocked, jostled sometimes, beaten often. So they're tied up. One way to protect them. Faced with the violence of the world, losing your speech isn't necessarily madness. It's the ultimate refuge.
The mother and the crow.
So he didn't come with you?
No. I'm alone. Alone in the forest. I'm going to prepare for winter. I'm gathering provisions. It's cold, my fur is thick. I'm going to hibernate for the first time. To gather strength for spring and summer.
Are there people you want to say goodbye to?
Yes, my son. To tell him I'll be back soon so he shouldn't worry. Tell him he'll feel me in the harshness of the winter, on his walks through the forest, when he touches the great oak tree, and the soft snowflakes caressing the nape of his neck. When he falls asleep looking at the moon, I'll be there.
The following scene takes place in Wolof. The mother sings a lullaby to her son. She holds his hand. With the other hand, she taps in his palm.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna sing you a lullaby. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
They say
That on that night,
Her husband took a rope.
They say
that he fastened the rope to the ceiling.
They say
That he got on a stool.
They say
That he jumped from the stool.
They say
That his body quivered
once or twice.
like a headless chicken.
They say
It was a full moon, which shone blindingly bright,
A vivid luster.
almost red.
They say
That she found him naked.
In the morning,
They say
That she screamed.
an inhuman scream like a wounded bear.
They
say
say
that he had feathers growing here and there on his body, half man, half beast.
They found him hanged. Now isn't that tragic? Quick, save yourself, quick. They'll be here, they're on their way, they're coming for you. Come quick.
No, look after my son. I know how to defend myself.
They're out for blood and revenge. All this happened under their watch, right under their noses, without them seeing. You're the witch who should be burned. Look, they're already preparing a stake. I'll find the police. You never know. I can't let this happen without doing something. Let her ancestors come to her aid. Don't leave your child alone before this bloodthirsty mob. Come, help her. You, her uncle, do you remember how you introduced her to the family? She has no friends back there. Her only friends are books. You can't leave her alone like this. And her child, what will he become? They're a family. Bilaha, I cannot let this happen. I came here for women like her. I did. I remember well. I didn't want our sons and daughters to end up here alone with no history to accompany them, not knowing the exploits of their forebears. I wanted them to know how they entered with full force into this world. It's too hard to not see yourself reflected. I took the boat with them to sing songs of praise for their ancestors, to tell them of their beauty, their dignity. And little by little, I let myself become trapped into doing what is easy. But I will redeem myself. It's not too late. Police!
No, that's not her. That's not her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a case of mistaken identity.
It is her. She's a witch. She has the ability to transform herself.
She can change appearance.
We were here the whole time,
watching,
surveilling,
spying.
She wouldn't have been able to escape.
They say.
The woman we have under house arrest isn't this one. We had a weak and fearful woman. This one is strong as a bear. Look at her hand. It's a paw. This is someone else. Let her go. The guilty woman has run away. She's disappeared.
They say that she vanished with a crow.
If you ever find her, you know what to do.
There. I've taken everything off, abandoned it all. I find myself like the day I was born, naked. I've renounced all supposed humanity. I'm regaining my instincts, only this letter to finish. And I will be done for good.
They say there's a bear in the apartment, writing.
They say there's a crow on its shoulder, cawing.
They say they laugh together.
A bear can't write. It can stand on 2 legs. That's already too much. A bear isn't a person. It can't take that from us. A human has already died in this house. Let us avenge him. It's her. She killed him. Let us avenge him. Let us avenge him.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, I feel them descending. I hear mob justice. I hear them shouting. I hear their fear. I already feel the blades of their knives under my thick fur. I feel the bullet that will tear off my right ear. They break down the door, break the windows. They enter. They infiltrate. They'll mutilate me soon. I hear the police sirens far away. Mutunis tutunis. Mutunis tutunis.
Hold tight, I'm coming with your son. We're going to save you.
It's too late. Go with him. Tell him my story so he doesn't forget me. Go quick.
She hands him the letter.
Then she got up on her hind paws, towering majestically, 2 bear heads taller than everyone. She groaned, growled. In the distance, you could hear the drumming, a slow rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. Clashes of paws, clashes of claws, bites. She kept them at bay a long time. She fought back. She knocked out more than one, but they were many, far too many. They moved in, brandishing their knives, running her through. With shovels, they beat her. Another fired a gun. Her right ear came off, ripped off. They moved in, surrounded her, muzzled, cut, killed. They killed her. There. That's what's left of your mother. The one part of your heritage, her hand. Her hand. Her transgressive, defiant hand, which they cut off like a trophy. That hand, too human, that could write and denounce them. It's for you. Keep it safe, like an amulet. its strength will guide you. It's hard to speak, I know. The emotion, the shock, the sadness, the solitude. But she's here. She's watching you. Can you see her? That constellation of stars. That's her. That's your mother watching over you. She'll read you stories in the evening. She'll guide you in the night and through the darkness. You'll turn to her when you come up against the cruelty of men, faced with their recklessness, their murderous laws. Know that your mother was proud, strong, and self-reliant. They would say back in the day, in the country, she had no friends, that her best friends were books. She was a student, studious, well-loved woman. Your father loved her like mad, with all his heart, unconditionally. They completed each other. Faced up against the solitude and the gaze of others, she gave love, and she was love. Never forget that. Never forget love.
The child moves away. We hear not the sound of steps, but the sounds of hooves. The crow flies over his head.